Goddamn guy.
Bro, goddamn is right. Let's fucking get the show on the road, because Jesus Christ. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another edition of NHP. This is another episode of Unscripted. This is episode 267 of Unscripted, man. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, here today for another edition of Unscripted. If this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Tuesday we are on here at 12 p.m. Central with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Central we are on here with the news and for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW. We are live directly after the show goes off the air with the post-show review. We'll be live in a couple weeks here for Crown Jewel. You wouldn't know it because WWE is hardly building to it, but with that being said, if you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is in the top description of this very video, man, where you can find this beautiful piece of Notorious Hills merchandise live on there as we speak, man. So with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, please tell the people what it is you are smiling about today.
I'm smiling, man. It's October, about to be October. Gonna be an exciting month, man. We got Crown Jewel. We got We got Wrestle Dream. Yeah, that's pay per view. Pit Wrestle Dream. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff, man. I'm excited for October. October's looking good, and I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling, and just been chilling out, man. Been chilling out. Things been pretty normal lately. Just waiting for these big weekends, man. A lot of them in October, man. A lot of them. But I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I am I am doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good, man. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm okay for the most part. I am okay. Um
That's good. That's good.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly nothing too much, man. I got nothing. I got nothing. But as Durante always asks, I am
I do
good.
got
Okay. He does have something. Well,
there. There's going to be a gaming stream up this upcoming week, and should be on the weekend. That Call of Duty 7, the Zombies beta, is on Thursday.
okay.
Thursday would be a good day to do a gaming stream, but with the way, you got to download Call of Duty, we'll probably have to download the Black Ops 7 beta. Who knows how long that's going to take? I think we're going to do it on Saturday.
Well, you hear you you there it I don't know what is going on, bro. Let me Jesus, bro. If it's not fucking one thing, it's another. Okay. No. Let me try something real quick. Okay, I think I finally got the wheels back up and running, at least temporarily. At least temporarily. Sir K, do you want to go ahead? The announcement was so nice, you got to do it twice, bro. What was the announcement you had to make? There's a lot of
Never
things nice you
fails.
want to do twice, but continue.
The first time. But so the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Zombies beta, it starts on Thursday, but with having to probably download the beta, who knows, how long that's gonna take and how like stable it's gonna be the first day or whatever. Saturday, probably 1 o'clock, we will be doing the Black Ops 7 Zombies beta on the gaming stream.
There you have it, guys. There you have it. So we got so again, like the man said, we got a gaming stream coming up Thursday, man. Excited to try out this Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta. So
Saturday.
what did I say? Did I say Thursday? What?
You said Thursday.
Ah,
You
fuck.
said
I'm
Thursday.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. But no. Okay. Saturday. What the fuck, man? Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
Ugh.
Saturday at 1 o'clock. Excited to try the Black Ops, the Black Ops, the Black, Jesus, the Black Ops 7 beta. Saturday at 1 o'clock. So your boys will be here. Hopefully, things will be running better than they seem to be.
Are you kidding me?
Uh, uh, there we go. Okay.
Nope. There it
Um.
goes.
Yes. So Saturday. Good. If this thing breaks on me one more time, bro. Okay. What are we doing, man?
You just say that. That shit instantly fucking broke.
No, for real. Oh my God. The,
God damn.
Sir Case said this while we were being interrupted by our technical difficulties here, and I think he may be onto something. The world hates us. That's what he had
Yeah,
to say, and that actually might be true.
maybe onto something. You
You
know.
actually, you actually might, yeah, you actually might be onto something at this point, bro. Um, good, good God.
What the fuck, man?
So, are you kidding me,
No.
dude? Okay, so
God damn.
before we were rudely interrupted, there's going to be a gaming stream Saturday. We're going to be playing the Black Ops 7 beta. How is everybody doing in chat now that we are I don't know, like 30 minutes into this fucking stream? I can finally ask my questions and finish out get past the intro. I've been good. I've been good, man. Been playing Dying Light. Been playing Dying Light the Beast, so I've been thoroughly enjoying that. But otherwise I am good. How's everybody doing in chat? Thank you guys for joining us, whether you're in the live chat or my guys on Replay Mafia, JT and JB. How are you guys doing? And as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? And we have my guy, the legend, the owner of GDR Finances LLC, Mr. Walk him down and cut they shiz off, Mr. Walk him down and run that marathon, Mr. Walk him down and cook that shit up. We have the man, the myth, the legend. We have my guy Gotti in the house, bro. How are you doing, bro? Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys all for joining us. I apologize for the technical difficulties that have basically taken up the first fucking hour of Unscripted this week, and damn near, or at least the first half. So how are you guys doing? And thank you guys as always for joining us. And yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Most definitely. That's good.
So yeah, like I said, like Sir K said in the intro, Saturday we'll be playing a Black Ops 7 beta for you guys for NHP Gaming. So Mr. NHG over here is on it. What do you have to say?
So,
Please tell us. Are you going to tell us what you're smiling about?
I'm smiling, man. I'm excited to try out Black Ops 7, man. I'm very excited to try it out.
He's
That's what I'm smiling about.
he's excited. He doesn't get excited often. That can only mean one thing. So okay, well, for the love of everything, I don't think I've ever been more excited to see this graphic. AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite, man. Gotti says he's already pissed. He'd like to air his grievances with WWE. We got these new announce tables, and they were special, and they were cool for a year, but they started spamming it now.
Oh, dude. Every fucking week they do some type of announcer spot.
You know, that was a problem with the old announce table. And that was why I was so happy when they got these new announce tables, because I was so sick and tired of the announce table spot. You know, everybody gets on AEW's case for, every week there's a table spot, or every week there's some hardcore stuff going on the show. WWE's one of WWE, and it's a problem nobody brings up with WWE, but every fucking week there is an announce, or at least there was. I feel like we're getting to the point where, again, we're seeing it a lot now. But at least I remember, dude, in like 2023, early 2024, before they got these new announce tables that they have now, every fucking week there was an announce table spot. It sucks. It is so annoying. And it is such a book. Can you do anything else but slam somebody on the announce table? I mean, it is an awful visual. It is really an awful visual. So I understand.
It really is, dude. Most definitely. I definitely get that, man. That and fucking ref bump, no DQ or
Oh,
DQ ending to matches, dude. At least two a week. At least.
yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, man. It sucks. It sucks. Speaking of sucks, AEW Dynamite. We have AEW Dynamite for this week, man. And this is your September 24th edition of Dynamite from Pittsburgh. And man, did they give Pittsburgh their money's worth or what? This show was awful.
Did they?
So
Well, I mean, I will say they're pretty cheap, so maybe that is their money's worth.
fair, fair. That
You pay $65 for a ticket. You know what? Fucking give me this shit at this point. At
this is
least I didn't
true.
pay fucking 300.
This is true. I was gonna say they could have been in the spot of everybody at WrestlePalooza and paid about $300 for a ticket
Oof.
to get absolutely gypped for the night. So yeah, I guess it's not so bad. Like you said, when you're paying $25 to sit ringside, I guess it's not so bad after all. But the show opened up with Brodito versus Gates of Agony.
I'm in agony.
Why this took
Gates of
place?
agony.
Why this took place, I have no idea. I guess because Gates of Agony, because they won a trios match, they got a tag title match. Um, okay.
Who the fuck even
Um,
Arch? Oh yeah, I think Ops.
n- um, Gate. Oh yeah. Nice. Mr. K, you have
Yeah, this
yeah,
man don't even call me my real name, so
yeah. You're right.
it's fucking weird when he says my real name.
It is very strange to call Sir K by his shoot name, but uh you gotta love it, bro. You gotta love it. Sometimes I gotta save it
I like
for
to
the
keep.
right time.
He does, man. But I usually like to keep kayfabe alive. Usually people in the inner circle call me Sir K.
This is correct. This is correct. Or they call him cool. So we don't know what's going on with this guy. He he, we don't know what's going on with Sir K, man. But yeah,
But
so
you,
hey. So we got we got we got Brodito and Gates of Agony. The show happened like 6 days ago. I'm still trying to find somebody that gives a fuck or remembers this match. So there you go. Brodito defeated Gates of Agony and successfully defended their tag team championship. So the match was fine. It was just random. Typical AEW.
definitely typical AEW man. Just a whole lot of nothing on this show. God damn.
What's this guy laughing at, bro?
I don't know,
uh,
man. I don't know. We'll figure it out in October.
oh, brother. We have an Adam Hangman Page open challenge. Who is
What?
he? Who is he? Sami Zayn? Is he John Cena? What are we
Does he get
doing?
the U.S. title? Good lord.
No, he doesn't have the U.S. title. He has their men's world championship doing an open challenge. That's man, that's creative.
That's just a
And
great way to treat your world champ.
no disrespect at all, but it was against Lee Moriarty. Okay, I I
Um,
I I I I, I like Lee Moriarty. I do. I like him a lot,
I
actually.
do.
Um, he's the ROH Pure Champion, and can anybody tell me exactly what would possess? I know it's an open challenge, but why is this guy getting a world title shot on a random Wednesday on Dynamite? Because he's from Pittsburgh, I
Oh my
guess.
god. He's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
I don't know,
that was
man.
what Excalibur said.
Oh my God. Um, I hate fucking open challenges, and this is no different. Why are you doing this to your world champion? I don't get it.
It's the worst. It's actually the worst.
It's the worst.
Um, Lee Moriarty is from Pittsburgh, so I guess that means he gets a shot at the AEW Men's World Championship against Adam Hangman Page. Moriarty loses to a buckshot lariat. Again, it was a really good match. It's just random. AEW. So yeah, there you go.
There you
There
go,
you
man.
go.
Gotta love it.
So, uh, yeah, I did see. I thought I seen a meme that people were making fun of, like they're gonna make John Cena's last opponent Jey Uso or something. Um,
Oh,
you guys would probably see me on here purple in the face. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hold you guys at all. That is that is that is actually probably something WWE would do.
I would be
But
shocked.
speaking of John Cena's last opponent, the next segment was Adam Copeland. Right, he's in the back, and he
This
walks
is
up to.
next opponent.
That's right. He got out of his contract. Um, Adam Copeland, he walks up to Christian Cage and he tells Christian he needs to leave. Really? He says he doesn't know if he's coming back, but he can't keep doing this to his family. Christian tells him, I don't have family anymore, so please go take care of yours. Copeland shakes Christian's hand and he tells him, no, man, you do have family. Well, clearly not, because you just fucking told him you were gonna leave him by himself.
Just leave.
So clearly he's on his
Leave.
own. But I digress.
Adam Copeland, dude. Just gotta ham it up.
Yes, he does. Yeah, yes, he does. Oh, okay. I didn't read the second part of your booking scenario here. So yeah. Well, Gotti also says, in case anyone doesn't know, Copeland is going to film the next season of Percy Jackson. Yes, people.
Yep.
He did not get out of his fucking AEW contract to go have one last match with John Cena. I see all the WWE fans are raving about this. They're raving about this. They're mad at AEW because, you know, they have Adam Copeland employed. Honestly, I hate to break it to a lot of these WWE fans. As long as WWE would say AEW on commentary, this motherfucker Tony Khan would probably go let him do it. He actually probably would let him go wrestle John Cena. I can assure you, it's more of a WWE problem than it is an AEW problem, because Tony Khan throws his shots and whatnot, but he has literally said before that he would be willing to work with WWE in some capacity. WWE would not let him do it though, or WWE will not do it because WWE wants to walk all over AEW, and Tony Khan has way too much pride. Even though he can't book a fucking Dynamite to save his life, he has way too much pride to let anybody walk all over his brand. He takes it way too seriously. I mean, he's he can't do anything else at this point. He's just stuck to AEW at this juncture. So I can assure you, it's more of a WWE problem than it is an AEW problem.
1,000%. Literally, like you said, all they gotta do is say AEW on commentary a few times, acknowledge that's where, Edge is right now, and he would probably be facing John Cena. But WWE, they can't cope with that type of shit, and it's not happening. Sorry to break to the fans.
Yeah, there ain't no way. There ain't no way it's happening. So, I'm sorry, guys. Copeland is not getting out of his AEW contract. He is he's stuck in AEW, man. He's gonna continue to he's going to continue to do whatever he's doing on television every week, and that's the end of that. So Copeland is not getting out of his AEW contract. Again, I reiterate, he will not be facing John Cena on the farewell tour. But he says he has to leave. So you gotta love in the middle of his story with Christian, bro just wants to leave, man.
Bro,
So
just,
and then
bro,
and
you gotta
then
go chill at home with the kids and shit.
and then to turn around and tell your boy, no, you do have family, man. And Christian just looks at him like, you fucking asshole. What do you mean I have family?
Yeah,
You're leaving me.
you're leaving.
So
So I don't have family. Yeah,
no,
your family in spirit, I guess. Whatever the fuck that matters. But you're gone. So I have no one to back me up.
what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? So that didn't make any sense, but I guess they had to write him off somehow. Their opponents, FTR, they go out there to explain their actions. Wow. Stokely says when he saw Beth, he started running up the ramp to introduce himself. And then Beth speared me, he says.
Mm-hmm.
He says he was just about to hop back up, but then she picked him up and carried him away. Willow Nightingale comes out. I know. Imagine what I was thinking. So, Willow comes out there, and she tells FTR that women like Beth inspired her and taught her not to take shit from guys like you. She then slaps Dax, and then Jet Speed come out to back her up. Where the fuck did any of these characters come from?
This is the most shit, dude. Copeland's gotta go film something. What do we do in the meantime? Have Jet Speed and Willow beef with them for some reason.
Yeah. Also, too, yes, Gotti says he hates that they're calling her just Beth. It was so, dude, it was hurting my ears every time Willow would say "women like Beth." That is just
Beth.
It's like when
Who
they
the
used
fuck
to,
is Beth?
honestly, dude, it's like it reminded me of in AEW when they used to call Cody, and they would just call him Cody, and it's just like, dude, stop. Like, I know they didn't have the rights, but just his name is not Cody. His name is Cody Rhodes. Please with this.
Literally, and the Cody thing's funny too. That man TK gave up fucking bunch of fucking IPs for Cody to get his name back, and bro left.
Oh, dude gave up Bash at the Beach
for Cody Rhodes. And he fucking left.
Bro left less than a
TK,
year
bro.
later. Literally less than a fucking year later, this dude just dipped.
Come
So,
on, bro. Bethany. Shoot, she got to come out to that Young MA song if they call her Bethany.
Please. Oh my god. So
Go hard.
Somebody help this guy. So Jet Speed come to the defense of Willow Nightingale to hold off FTR. What in the random create a story cutscene is this segment?
They dead ass said we don't got nobody. Cope's going to film something. Throw some names in a hat and they'll feud for the meantime. What the fuck? you might as well just wrote both Cope and Christian off TV at that point.
At this point.
At the pay-per-view. Because now Christian, there's nothing for him to do until Cope comes back. You
No.
might as well just written them both off at the same time and have them come back together. You fucking might as well.
He seriously just, I mean, would he dead ass will just have to get beat up every week because there's no other
You
there's no other way to. I mean, again, like
to do that.
what is he gonna do,
Is he
man?
gonna
I
be
mean,
fucking
like
gonna be teaming with fucking jet speed and shit?
yeah, like what are we gonna do with Christian? Is he just gonna hang out? Is he gonna hold auditions to find new family members because the guy that just told him he was family just dipped? Like what is he going to do? I would love to know what in the world is he going to do, because I'm lost. I'm lost in that regard. But yeah, so it looks like FTR is going to be feuding with Jet Speed until Copeland comes back. As for Christian, I have no idea. Like Sir K said, you might as well just writ everybody off and spike pile
Mm-hmm.
drove everybody at All Out, because you're cooked. You're cooked. There's
You're
nothing you could
cooked.
do with Christian.
There's literally nothing you could do with Christian until Cope comes back. You should have just written them all off together at once.
So we have a 6-man tag with the hologram, or well, I had hologram in
The
it.
how
The conglomeration, the con- the conglomeration is back, and I'm still trying to find somebody that actually cares, because
Dude, you
we
don't
have.
want to conglomerate?
I don't. I seriously don't. That is genuinely one of the last things on my bucket list. However,
You know I'm trying to conglomerate.
so we have what? We have we, this guy. We have Don Callis out there cutting a promo, per usual. He's out there he's out there talking about a bunch of things that absolutely nobody cares to hear about. And he says he has a painting for everybody. They open up the painting and Orange Cassidy standing there. So Orange Cassidy standing there. So obviously, showing you right there that OC is the OC was the mystery man, and he is now back. He is now back. So Orange Cassidy, man, he's back. How are you feeling, bro? Were you excited to see Orange Cassidy back on AEW television with his conglomerators?
Yeah. You know, I do love the conglomeration, man. I love to conglomerate, especially in the month
Really?
of October. But
Oh God.
but you know, I'm not a big Orange Cassidy guy. I like him, but I think I don't like the way Tony Khan uses him a lot of the time. But you know, we got a lot of people in you know the big time of AEW out right now, so it is nice to get someone OG like OC back for a little bit, man. So I'm actually I hope they do him right this time and don't put him in weekly fucking opening matches every week and whatnot, and use him how you need to use him. I'm intrigued to see how it goes. I hope it goes well. He's one of those guys I want to like more than I do, and I think it's more of which is what TK does with them. So I'm just keep an eye on how TK uses them. But good, glad he's back. Glad he can be back, and I hope they do good by him this time.
I hope so too. Yeah. I mean, I think this same kind of scenario here, man. I really do think what did not play to his benefit at all. And you can see the same thing happening with Don Callis on a weekly basis, is like he's just overexposed, and Tony Khan gets in this mindset with some people where he just feels he has to overexpose them, and it does play to a lot of people's detriment because they get annoying. Again, Don Callis is somebody, he is an act that I used to actually, I know you guys probably wouldn't believe it now, but I actually used to fuck with Don Callis. I actually liked Don Callis a lot. I thought he was a great manager. Nowadays, I honestly can't stand him. I think his promos are just utterly annoying, and I think he's just overexposed. I think he's overexposed to the point where it does play to his detriment. It also doesn't help that Tony Khan has half the fucking roster in a faction with this guy. But we had the same problem with Orange Cassidy for a long time, where I just felt Tony Khan overexposed the shit out of him, and it just felt half the time all we fucking seen was Orange Cassidy. So it definitely gets annoying. It definitely gets annoying in that respect, but I am happy to see him back, and hopefully they can do some cool stuff with him, man. So Orange Cassidy, Hologram, and Mark Briscoe defeated Hechicero, Takeshita, and Okada.
You know, the scientist of Lucha Libre, man. He was in the match.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
The mad
the
scientist.
mad scientist of Lucha Libre. Yeah. What he's cooking up, there's no way it could be as good as what Bill Nye was cooking up, but I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? So, yeah. Kyle Fletcher afterwards came out and challenged Hologram to a match, title versus streak, because Hologram is 34-0.
Holy fuck. The fuck does that man got so many wins, bro?
You know,
I can't name you 34 hologram matches. I can't name you like 5 of them, let alone 34.
Well, I hate to break it to everybody, but this match is actually not on the table. Apparently something happened with Hologram. I guess he got injured or something. So it is not going to be title versus streak, which I think is also an amazing tagline for a match that nobody cares about. But title versus streak it was. So there you have it. The match is not happening anymore, and in fact, I think nowadays it is Kyle Fletcher versus Orange Cassidy. So
I think
that should be happening tomorrow on Dynamite for their 6-year anniversary, and unfortunately, there will be no title versus streak. But I was very excited for title versus streak here on this on this next episode of AEW Dynamite to see if Hologram went 35-0 or if he went 34-1.
Yeah, I'm guessing he would have lost because I think whatever L Clone or whatever his fucking name is would have debuted and threw him over his evil clone or whatever the fuck that story was gonna be. I guess that's his old tag partner that they signed to do this, so whatever. Sucks that he got injured. I think it's something about his knee. I saw that he got injured and it's like the same knee injury he had before or something. So I wish him the best, man. I'm not a hologram guy over here, but I wish him the best. Hope everything goes well, man. And darn man, I was really hoping we could see, hologram. I thought he had a nickname at one point, but I forgot it. But we don't get to see him, man. Unfortunately.
Well, I was excited to see Clone. I was excited to see Clone. That would have been an all-time classic. Clon. I was excited to see. I was excited. I was like
El Clon.
I was excited to see El Clon, but I guess not, man. Gotti's a FaceTime demon today, bro. What's going on with Gotti, man?
Well, man, he's always on that FaceTime, man. Okay, gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Sound like someone I know.
What? And what's the next segment?
We get this motherfucker just told me to move it along. We got Claudio, we got Claudio versus Will Hobbs, and Claudio
Okay,
defeated
never
Will
mind.
Hobbs. You wanted to go to
Should
the
have
next
moved on
segment,
to the
man.
next thing.
You wanted to go to the
God.
you wanted to go to the
Did
next
you see?
segment. Okay.
Did you see Claudio's entrance and his own theme?
I did not.
It's interesting. People are saying the man has the theme of a dictator, and it's kind of true,
That
man. It's kind of
yes.
true. It's kind of
That
hard.
yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
You know Claudio. He's got an aura farm. He's got to be a fucking
Dude.
god. And
Roman
in this
Reigns.
match and presentation were no different, man. So, and I am glad that certain members are starting to get their like own thing, which I think is good for the Death Riders. And have we seen fucking Pac
Yeah.
since
Yep.
Baby? Oh, we have.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was
Oh man.
he well, he's in a segment later in the show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Damn. God, he says he would have been on FaceTime 0 times if it was up to him. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Dang. Sorry to
Sorry to
hear
hear
that,
that.
man.
Giving you a hard time. I've been there, bro. I've been there. So Claudio defeated Will Hobbs. What the fuck are you laughing about? What is this? What the fuck is this guy laughing about, man?
Nothing.
Which Orange Cassidy song? I honestly like both of them. I think I do like Jane more though.
I would say I think I like Jane a little more than Where's My Mind, but I like both. I think both are good.
No, for sure. For sure. Top 5 theme of all time. I like the take.
Fuck.
I would probably put 5 ones
That's
over that, but I like the take. I like the take.
That's a tough one for me. I'm too indecisive to think about that, man. But I respect it. I respect it. They're great songs.
No,
Either one of them.
For sure. Yeah, it's very hard for me to put, what's the greatest theme song of all time. That conversation's always very hard for me just because there's so many different types of theme songs. It's hard to pinpoint exactly one. Yes, Where Is My Mind is a banger. It is a banger. I like it a lot. Well, AEW, they did it. Because Tony Khan, in a segment where I swear on my life, you can go back and watch, he did not blink once during this segment.
Does not blink. I literally, bro, it's literally just. That man don't.
Is that your
blink,
casual
dude.
look, or were you doing the Tony Khan thing?
That is not my casual look. My eyes would be so fucking dry.
I was wondering if
red.
well, I've seen you look like that before, so I wasn't sure if you were demonstrating or not. But we got Tony Khan. We got Tony Khan, man, talking about the long-awaited, I don't know to who, but the long-awaited, as you can see on your screen, Tony Khan has announced the long-awaited, to certain areas of his fan base, can't say myself, but the long-awaited AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. He announced that later in the year, we will be crowning the first AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. I do like the titles. I wish they would have went with an original design. But overall, they're not. I mean, I like the AEW Tag Team Championships. The designs aren't ugly or anything. I thought they would be an original design, but they're pretty much just the men's AEW Tag Team Championships. Just say women's on it. But this is something a lot of their fan base wanted. I can't fault Tony Khan for doing it. Again, I know his fan base really wanted it. So, I mean, I guess he's giving his fan base what they wanted. However, my feelings about it, I do not think they need an AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. I just don't think there's enough teams in that division that people care about. And I say the same thing with WWE's Women's Tag Team Championships all the time. Your division is not big enough. There's not enough teams that people care about. So just get rid of them. I can guarantee you once we get past the inaugural winners of these things, and that's going to be a special moment, these things are going to be exactly where the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships are, and that is half the time you don't even know who holds them.
Exactly, man. Exactly. This happened with the WWE. It's happening with the AEW, where they end up having like naturally formed good women's tag teams to the point where people think it warrants a division. They create a division around it. Once those teams come by, win titles and lose, those titles will have nobody genuine to win them, and they'll just be there on the roster taking space, man. Um, I think it's going to be, like you said, the same cycle the WWE women's tag titles were in. They got a kind of a roster now of some women's tag teams. They're going to run through them, and after that, they're just going to form the most random nothing women's tag teams to hold those titles afloat, man. And that's all it's going to be, because that's all what the WWE one is now, and that's all what this is going to eventually go into, man. And it's unfortunate. I don't think any of these rosters warrant the size of women's tag team titles. Hell, WWE's lucky that women's IC title is doing so good. Yeah, I think I'm always a less is more person, and
Yes.
I would just keep the titles they would have had now. I probably wouldn't even make the TBS in the first place. Yeah, I don't know what they think is going to happen down the road with this. That isn't obvious.
Yeah, I was gonna utter the same thing. I was of the sentiment they didn't even need a women's mid card title, let alone AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. But like you said, and like I said, man, yeah, there's teams in the division, but how many of these teams do people care about? Is the thing, you know.
Mhm.
Um,
And what
you,
happens when they all came and win the titles?
Exactly. So I don't know. But they are officially here. They are officially announced. I'm assuming we'll get a winner at either Wrestle Dream or Full Gear of these inaugural tag team championships, man. So, I mean, again, like I said, I know a lot of his fan base wanted it, so I can't necessarily blame him for giving his fan base, giving a portion of his fan base what they wanted. Um,
Mhm.
and I know a lot of his roster wants the women's tag titles anyway. So again, I can't necessarily fault him for that, but personally, I just think, and it's the same problem WWE has, there's just too many fucking championships. So
Yep,
yeah.
most
So
definitely.
we have the main event of the show. Chris Statlander's first. That's also another great point. That Logan brings up. They cannot book the men's tag titles correctly. So
No,
how would
they
you
can't.
expect your fan base to think that they are going to book a women's tag team champion? Who even are the men's tag team champions? Oh, Brodito.
Rodito,
There you
the
go.
goats,
They face the they
AJ and Dragon League,
they,
but AEW.
they no legit. They faced Gates of Agony in a tag title match on this show for absolutely no reason. So I'm sure you get my point. Again, Tony Khan can't book regular tag team championships, let alone women's tag team championships. Um,
It
the
really
main
can't.
event of the show was Chris Statlander's first defense, even though she won the championship about 4 or 5 days prior to this, and it was against Mina Shirakawa. What? What? Again,
Can you give her a promo?
another ROH champion, similar to Lee Moriarty, just getting a AEW world title shot on this show.
Yeah, literally. After how many years of chasing the title, Chris Statlander finally wins, and instead of celebrating, talking to the fans about the victory, random nothing match that means nothing. Gotta love it, dude. Gotta fucking love it.
Ridiculous. Um Afterwards, the Death Riders come out there to. Well, it was all the other members first. Like Wheeler Yuta went out there and he hugged Chris Statlander. Harley Cameron was out there looking scary as hell because when he
Cute.
hugged Chris Statlander, I guess she thought that Chris Statlander turned or whatever. Claudio Pac was out there. Daniel Garcia was out there. And then the Death Rider music hits. And Jon Moxley and Marina Shafir are walking down this hallway that is lit up in all red. And the cameraman walks up on them from a distance with the camera to a tilt. And he just slowly turns it until it's upright. Why is this group so fucking hard, bro? That was one of the dopest. That was one of the dopest Death Rider entrances I think I've ever seen. And it was like, again, it was just again, because they filmed it from a distance. Because usually they're in the hallway with the Death Riders. But watching him walk down that hallway that was just illuminated in red, and all you can see is his silhouette. And Jon Moxley, he's like cracking his knuckles. He's like doing his stuff.
Neck cracks. Yeah.
It looks so dope, dude. It looks so dope. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. Ever since this might be a very unpopular opinion. I might sound like a goofball for saying this, but I really don't care. Ever since the Death Riders have dropped the AEW championship, ever since the Death Riders have dropped the AEW championship, I've actually really enjoyed this group, man. And I honestly think them getting out of the main event scene was the right call, because this act is not a main event act, but it's still a dope-ass act. In my opinion, at least from what they've done from the day of All In and how beautifully Jon Moxley played the final boss of AEW. Moving forward, this act has been really enjoyable for me. I can't even lie.
Oh, 100%, dude. And the act being way more enjoyable nowadays is the perfect definition. Perfect. I just read it, dude. The perfect definition of why less is more, dude. We get less of them in the main event, oversaturating them, and they become so much cooler and more engaging when you do less of something. And the Death Riders is the perfect example of that. Those motherfuckers are so dope right now. The whole red hallway thing with the camera walking up on them. They did it again on Collision. I watched that entrance. They were dope. They were just all posted up in the hallway. As the camera walked up on them, and they all fucking walk out, dude. It's fucking sick as fuck. They're cool as hell. Their theme song goes insanely hard. And they're just cool as fuck now, dude. And I think they are the perfect example of why less is more, man, because they're so much cooler. When they're not in the fucking main event doing the same thing every week, dude. And this is what works, dude. This is what works. We were talking while playing Dying Light the other night, and you mentioned the Roman Reigns analogy of back in 2019 when Roman Reigns like kind of stepped back into away from the main card and kind of dipped his toes back into like the mid card division. It was mixing up with them. It made even that babyface Roman at the time so much more enjoyable. And it really is a system that works, man. And Death Riders have been cool as fuck, dude.
They have. I've enjoyed them a lot. I think the feud with Darby is great. And even like the addition of Daniel Garcia to the group, I actually like. I would rather Danny be with the Death Riders and be with that group than having him trot around with Daddy Magic and I don't know, teasing, turning on Nigel McGuinness again. I actually like, the whole story of him cutting them off and now they can't get a hold of him ever since he's joined the Death Riders. It's a really cool story to tell, and it's a story that has been told nice. So I like it, and again, them stepping out of the main event scene, I think, has done them a lot better. And I can say from my point of view, I have enjoyed them a lot more, since then. So, yeah, man. But Chris Statlander, when the Death Riders were all in the ring, I guess Jon Moxley thought she was about to join the group. She clotheslined Wheeler Yuta. She ducked Marina Shafir, flipped off Jon Moxley, and ran into the crowd. And then Darby Allin's music hit, and he came out with a flamethrower. and chased away the Death Riders, and poor Jon Moxley fucking tripped over the steel steps trying to back up. To be fair, the steel steps are never in that
Mhm.
corner, so I could see why he tripped, because
No.
I probably wouldn't have thought they were in that corner either. So he tripped over the steps, but then, they retreated into the crowd, and Darby told Moxley, you just don't get it. When are you gonna figure it out that I'm not gonna quit? He tells Moxley, um, he tells Moxley, he proposes to Moxley an I Quit match at Wrestle Dream, which is confirmed. When done right,
Hmm.
an I Quit
Very.
match is one of the best matches you can ask for, bro. 100%.
I, d- I do love I Quit matches. I really do. I think they're fucking great. I think they're usually can fit a story so well, and it always leads to such a dope ass ending of whether it's a babyface character having to, tote that line and do something wild to win, or them just not being able to take whatever heat is getting dished on them by the baby or the heel. I love I Quit matches, and I'm very excited for this one. Their matches so far have been really great, and I think Wrestle Dream is going to be no different.
100%, 100%. So, they had a great match at All Out, and I fully expect them to have another great match. These guys are gonna go all out. These guys, no pun intended. These guys are probably gonna have one of the best matches of Wrestle Dream. Just knowing how they roll, man. It's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be gory. So it's Darby Allin and Jon Moxley, so they're gonna do their thing, and me and Sir Kane are gonna be cringing. A lot of AEW fans are probably, or a lot of WWE fans are probably gonna be very upset by the sight of what they do. But who gives a shit, right? Because it's gonna be a banger. And as
So
long as as long
it
as
is,
they want
man.
to do it, then I'm up to see it, man. You guys know we love ourselves some deathmatch wrestling, and that's exactly what it's going to be. And I am very interested to see who is going to say I quit here.
I'm very curious, man, because these are two people that you really can't see saying I quit, and that's the type of shit you want to see in this type of match because I feel like it'll be Moxley, but you never know, man. You never know.
I was going to say the last time we got a really good I quit match was the one with Edge and Finn Balor, and that was
Mm,
good. That was
that was
very
really
good.
good.
That was a very underrated match that a lot of people do not talk about, man, but that was really good. That was very, very good.
Mhm.
Um and that was AEW Dynamite, man. That was AEW Dynamite. Um Dynamite next week. It looks like a shit show again, so I'm sure we'll be back here next week talking about
But
the 6-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite and how it was a catastrophic failure. So, there you go.
I'm very excited for the 2.5 hour 6 year
Oh
anniversary
god.
special, man.
That they
Let's
just randomly
go.
that they just randomly announced Kenny Omega for. Um yeah, there you go. So, with that being said, man, before we move on to SmackDown, we have an official word from our sponsor here at NHP. We have an official word from W Energy. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Really, always got to shout out W, whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. Crown Jewel is coming up, 7 in the morning if you're on U.S. Central Time. It's going to be early, man. If you want to be up, if you want to be focused on watching the GOAT and AJ Styles one last time, man, you don't want the jitters. Try W, man. It'll keep you awake. You won't have the jitters. You'll stay focused, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Always got to shout out W.
There you have it, man. So, if you want to stay up and lock in like this guy Sir K over here, and go grab yourself some W, man. Thank you as always to the official sponsor of what we do here at Notorious Heels, W. So, God, he's crashing out, bro. Don't crash out, bro. Don't crash out.
Don't crash out over here, man. It's never worth it.
It's not, well,
Sometimes it's worth it, but
this guy. Okay. You know,
yeah.
you guys know how this guy rolls, man. But it's hard to get. It's hard with Sir K, man. It's hard to get the train back on the track sometimes when he's locked in. But, no, man. We got SmackDown. This was your September 26th edition of SmackDown. Well, for starters, let's start with the good stuff, okay? Sami Zayn's U.S. Open Challenge actually had an interesting opponent, and it was actually somebody that was quite cool. It wasn't Shinsuke Nakamura. It was none other than Javon Evans from NXT.
Hey. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. A lot of people, I guess, guessed it. Were they in Orlando for SmackDown?
That's a great question. It's a wonderful question.
I think they might have been, but he was his U.S. Open opponent, man, and that shit was insanely fire. Javon Evans, man, he's got all of it. He's got all the tools you need in someone in the future, and I'm very excited, but I'm very scared for his future, man. I don't know. Triple H, all I'm gonna say, he ain't beat the allegations so far, man, and I'm scared for him and Oba. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. It is, Oba Femi would actually be a very good candidate to call up and have beat Sami Zayn for, especially if they wanted to, book him dominantly or whatever, and book him how he was booked in NXT. He would be a great candidate to, I guess, shockingly, dismantle Sami Zayn for the U.S. Championship. I think that would be a great way to introduce him as a heel on the brand. So, as for Javon Evans, the guys came a long way, man. The guys came a very long way. All I remember Javon Evans doing in his earlier days in the company was he would jump around and it looked like shit. Quite frankly, it looked very sloppy to me. It just looked like he was jumping, but it looked like half the time the air was controlling him and he wasn't controlling his jump. So Javon Evans frustrated me a lot at first, and to see him blossom into somebody who is actually one of the most, if not the most exciting high flyer in WWE today. Those are the kind of things you love to see watching professional wrestling, man, is people that you've watched for a while just continue to grow. It's an awesome thing to see, and I think he has an awesome future. Again, I did not like Javon Evans at first. I will admit it. You guys can go back and probably hear me talk about, well, it'd probably be tough to find. We don't talk about NXT much, but regardless, I was not a fan. No. Okay. And I am the first one to admit it. But dude, seeing him over the past year, I would say, it just, you can see the improvement. You can see the improvement there. And again, he is probably, if you look at the roster up and down, man, he is probably the most exciting high flyer that the company has. He just jumps with such control now. And obviously, he's got the whole bouncy thing, but he jumps ridiculously high, man, and he is very, 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 very exciting to watch. So it's a cool thing to see. And again, I will always come on here and admit when I was wrong about somebody, but I was absolutely wrong about Javon Evans. He has blossomed into a very exciting performer, and you could see it in his match with Sami Zayn, man. Again, I don't know how Triple H can book him, but I know from watching his ability, he can go. He can go, man. He is Javon Evans, Javon Evans has the potential to be a very exciting act on the card if WWE books and allows him to be that, man, because not only can he obviously, jump around very well, he can sell very well as well, man. So I think he's got a lot of I think he's got a lot of upside these days, man, and I'm excited for the guy's future. And in the same sense, I'm very scared for his future as well because again, a lot of times Triple H can really drop the ball with a lot of people, let alone high flyers. We've seen it with Carmelo Hayes, we've seen it with Dragon Lee, we've seen it with a lot of people. Okay, we've seen Triple H just drop the ball with a lot of people. So obviously, in that respect, I'm very scared for Javon Evans, but I thought he did great, man. I really did.
Most definitely.
So we got Jacob Fatu returning finally since I don't think we've seen him on TV since SummerSlam. So it's been about 2 months. And he's feuding with Drew McIntyre.
Very interesting, man. Very, very like it's gonna be like a good match and shit, but like very random on the show.
Oh man. Yikes. So I like the idea of the match. I do, and it is a situation of be careful what you wish for, because obviously we wanted Jacob Fatu on television so bad. It just sucks for Drew's case because they just so happened to put Fatu against Drew McIntyre, a guy who all he does is lose, and that is what is so annoying about Drew McIntyre. It's the case of Bray Wyatt. They talk and talk and talk, and all they do is lose. And it's just like, for Drew, it sucks because he had a career year in 2024. That was arguably the best work he's ever done in his career. And he's just devolved into this guy where every single babyface, all they have to say to him is, all you do is come out here and bitch and complain and run your mouth. And he fucking loses every time. And it just sucks because... And yes, and it just sucks because now he's up against a guy like Fatu, which I'm happy for, that he's away from Solo and that he's on television. But again, he's feuding with a guy who also, it's not really in his best interest to take a loss right now. So it sucks. It does suck, but it also is nice to have Jacob Fatu back on television in that regard. However, it does suck for McIntyre because at this point, it's hard for McIntyre to take a loss, bro, because it just seems like all he does is lose. He runs his mouth and he loses every single time. And it just sucks.
Exactly. It really does suck, man. And again, the idea of the feud is good. The match is going to be good, but just two people who shouldn't, at the end of the day, right now, be facing each other. One of them is going to lose, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Drew McIntyre.
Yes. Yes, it is. We have Nia Jax apparently going on another one of her rampages. She grabbed grabbed Jade Cargill by the head and threw her into the steel steps in what was just a nasty looking scar, bro. I don't know if you guys seen the cleared up pictures of that. She busted like her head open so bad. It was like pretty much like right on her eyebrow. Yeah, little rough. You think? Little rough?
Yeah, a little rough. It's Nia Jax doing what Nia does and hurt people, man. She's back in there. She's back in the Hurt Syndicate. She's back in business, or what she used to be really good at. I guess she had to return to form, I guess.
Yes, and then completely botched a kick out. To the point where the referee, she made the referee look like an absolute asshole because this poor ref tried to sit there and play it off like, oh, it was 2, but it was actually
No
3.
movement.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely feel bad for the ref in that situation because again, it does nothing but make the referee look like an asshole. But I don't know what Nia Jax was on, but Tiffany Stratton did retain the championship in this triple threat match here, and she will be facing Stephanie Vaquer in Perth. Man, I'm very, very glad they kept the title on Tiffany and they did not have her drop it to Jade or whatever. Cause I don't know if you guys remember the last time they went to Perth, Tiffany Stratton was very over in Perth, Australia for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that was that. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what they had. I don't know what they had going on, but Nia Jax was fucking up all over the place, man. Nia Jax was she really was. But regardless,
He really was.
I guess everybody made it out the match alive. So I guess we won in
That's all
that
that
regard.
matters.
Um,
Exactly, man.
and the last thing was Cody Rhodes had a promo with the Bronze, and then he started attacking them. Randy Orton would come back to save Cody Rhodes, and we would run the thing where Orton grabs the championship and stares at it for a little bit, and then he gives he gives Cody the championship. So I guess we're back to square one, and we're back to we're back to Orton just fucking staring at the championship. Just what I
Good
wanted to
lord.
see.
That's exactly what I want to see, man. And I think they confirmed for Friday we're getting Cody and Orton versus the Bronze, I think. So, boy, that's fun. Yeah, I thought I saw that on Twitter. And I'm sure we're gonna get some variation of that. So, that's just great. I love it. So excited.
Well, yeah. Orton is Orton is back, and again he's staring at the championship again. Thank you, Triple H. Thank you, man. I love
I
your.
love that.
He has a hard time figuring out the difference between long-term storytelling and stalling storytelling.
Yeah, that man loves to stall. That man loves to repeat the same non-movement action every time.
My God, how long is Orton just gonna stare at this thing before he figures that he wants it?
Uh, that- when Triple H finally writes it in, that's why.
I guess. So that was everything for SmackDown, and now moving on here to Monday Night Raw. We have the September 29th edition of Raw from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hell,
And why you say that,
holy
man?
shit.
What's wrong? What's wrong with Raleigh?
And I dead ass never heard of that place ever.
Oh. Shout out Raleigh, North Carolina, I guess.
I guess.
We got uh this episode of Raw was all right. Kind of just happened,
Yeah.
I guess.
You got like the 2.5 important things on the show, and then
Yeah.
the rest was just Monday Night Raw, you could say.
So yeah, it's a lot of I honestly think one thing that also doesn't really help this crown jewel build to me is I don't really care about a lot of stuff outside of, and it's like, it's not to say they're not doing a good job with certain things. It's just, I don't care about it. The only thing that I can genuinely say I care about on Crown Jewel is the obvious AJ Styles and John Cena. Other than that,
Exactly.
it's not a lot.
Exactly, man, and we'll get to it when we get to it, but like even during like the Seth and Cody stuff, at the end of the day, I like those two interacting, and I think they have good chemistry together. And it's
Mm.
not even I don't care about them two interacting. I don't care about the crown jewel stuff itself, if that makes sense. Like them interacting, there's elements that are really cool, but like at the core of it, I don't care about the title versus title. I don't care about the winner of the 24 karat crown jewel title and the ring and all. I don't like the crown jewel system itself, dude, and that's what's killing me with this. Because at the end of the day, on paper, I should be excited for Stephanie versus Tiffany. I like the idea of another Cody and Seth match. They got good chemistry. It's the crown jewel aspect of it that I really just don't like, and I really hope that they can it, dude. I hate it.
No, it's very random, and it comes at a point of like AEW Forbidden Door. It just feels like, oh, we got to drop everything because we have this joint show coming up. This is pretty
Yeah,
much WWE's version of Forbidden Door is Crown Jewel. It's like Seth was in the middle of something completely different, and now all of a sudden he is just incensed on, ending Cody Rhodes. Meanwhile, a couple weeks ago, Cody Rhodes wasn't even a thought in this man's brain because he was, fucking around with CM Punk and AJ Lee, and now, now he hates Cody Rhodes' guts and he needs to beat him or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, it just they drop everything to do this one thing, and it just, I don't know, it seems like we're not doing it because the story calls for it, but because it's time to do it, and that thing always
exactly.
sucks.
It
So
does. It does, man. It happens with war games. Now they added Crown
yes.
Jewel to that whole thing, and it's like, just stop, dude. Just stop.
Did you see going over to AEW, I actually have the photo here, but did you see AEW announce, speaking of war games,
Did they just announce Blood and Guts?
AEW has announced Blood and Guts for Wednesday, November 12th. I actually find it utterly hilarious that this is about 2 weeks before WWE does War Games. So it's almost like they're trying to maybe show them up a little bit in terms of the War Games stipulation. How did you feel
I
about
think
that, bro?
they're think it's random. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be a good match, but random as fuck because I guess on Collision, I think it was Jamie Hayter said something about they're gonna face in Blood and Guts with all whatever women's stuff she's in. So I guess the women's one was kind of set up first, man. I'm very interested to see what well, not even interested. I'm actually scared to see what the men's one's going to be because I'm sure it's going to be Don Callis family versus baby faces. If I'm a betting man, hopefully they just put the Death Riders and do something with that, man. But
Hopefully.
it's interesting. It's interesting because usually they make like it a summer thing for AEW, and they're doing it same month as War Games. So I wonder what they're trying to do there, man.
No, I think it's an absolutely funny move, to be honest, because WWE has stepped on their stuff all year. So I feel like AEW
Oh,
is probably confident enough that they can put on a better War Games match than WWE can, which, depending on what WWE does and depending on also what you're looking for, AEW probably could do it, depending on who they put in the match, because there are a lot of people that don't like the way WWE does War Games. They feel it's very watered down and whatnot, and AEW is the complete opposite. It is quite literally in the name, blood and guts. So it is,
it is.
it's obviously a bit more R-rated than a WWE one would be, and I think it's funny, man. I think it's funny because, again, there is absolutely a chance that they can put on a better War Games match than WWE can. So, um, yeah, I think it's a funny move, but AEW did announce this for November, so I can't say I blame them, bro. I cannot.
Yep.
Um, so we have the open to Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley comes out for a promo. She says what Asuka did to Io was crossing the line. She said they are going to settle things in the ring, so come get me. Io says it breaks her heart to say this, but Rhea was right about Asuka and Kairi, but they are still my family, and I still love them. Asuka then appears on the Tron. She says she taught Io everything she knows. She says she may act like all that I did for you does not matter, and you might act like Rhea is your family, but she's not. Did you not just hear her promo?
Like, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Right, but I think that they shit really did prove it was pre-recorded, but let's move
No,
on.
legit, bro. So she says that Io was champ because of her. And you tried to forget about me, but because I still love you, I will forgive you. All you have to do is apologize like you should, and we can be family again. But for Rhea, it is too late. Rhea tells Asuka to go to hell. She tells Io, trust me, I have been burned by my family before. Io then says that she's sorry to Rhea, but she needs time. She says she just needs time, and she goes to walk away. The Kabuki Warriors come in from behind and attack Rhea Ripley. Io, conflicted, runs down to the ring, pulls Asuka off of Rhea Ripley, and then she goes to get in Asuka's face, but Kairi gets in between the middle of them, and as Io's arguing with Kairi, Asuka miss Io in the face, and then Rhea Ripley then saves Io, but then Rhea Ripley ends up getting her ass whipped, and both of them end up getting their asses whipped by the Kabuki Warriors, as they pretty much won the beatdown, I guess, and that was the open to the show. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. It is it's solid stuff. It's a solid build. I can't say it's bad or
Mhm.
anything. It is a solid build, and it's just just Asuka being a delusional asshole, man. Asuka being a delusional
Exactly.
asshole in her heel ways, I guess. But I like it, and I think it's I think it's solid.
I think it is. I think overall it's been solid. I like it. I like what they did, you know, last night, and I like where the overall story is going, man. I think it's pretty solid.
Yes. Dominic versus Rusev. So Dominic grabs both championships and he goes to leave the ring. Rusev then pulls him back in the ring. The referee is trying to take one championship out of the ring, and as soon as he turns his back, Dominic hits Rusev in the back of the head or the back of the neck with the Intercontinental Championship. Rusev no-sells this title shot. He
Just looks,
no-sells.
just turns around.
He dead ass just turns around, which I don't know if I'm looking too deep into this, but it was constantly played up in stories in AEW that like his neck was bad. Like we know he's had surgical, we know he's
Mhm.
had neck problems. Bro hits him in the neck with the championship, and bro just no sells it. So I guess his neck's all better now. He then does a failed Eddie Guerrero spot. He tries to throw the championship at Rusev and lay down, but the referee seen it. So he grabs the other championship, and they get tangled up in the corner with the referee to where Dominic mule kick low blows Rusev and rolls him up for the victory. Rusev taking a loss here for the IC championship. I feel like this is not done. I feel like we're at least going to get another match or so out of this. But regardless, regardless, I do like how, I guess, Dominic won this in Eddie Guerrero fashion. I can say I like how he, you know, made a convincing case for, and this is what the commentary played it up to, is like, he outsmarted Rusev, and I like how they're slowly but surely adding that Eddie Guerrero aspect to his character where the Judgment Day won't help him, so he's going to learn and get better at cheating during his matches. Again, obviously, we can all see the Eddie Guerrero influence in Dominic Mysterio, so it's very it is very cool to see that he did win this with no outside interference, but more so just looking smart. And oftentimes those are the best kind of heels, is when a heel can look very smart and very strategic in his winning ways. So I like it a lot, and I like that they're adding that to his character, where again, a lot of times with Dominic and Dominic's matches, it seems like he heavily relies, and it's really a problem with the whole Judgment Day, they heavily rely on like outside interference. So the fact that he did not have that in order to win this match, I like, and I think it's a change of pace.
Exactly, I did. I like that. Was there a Judgment Day segment on the show? I don't remember one. I
Mm.
don't think there was a Judgment Day segment.
Oh my god. So I remember like they would they would film them in the back. Like I remember they filmed them all walking in, and they were playing like replays from last week. But
Hmm.
they were playing like the replays of the backstage segments from last week, but I don't think we got anything original unless it was on the UK stuff.
It could have been. It could have been. But look at that. I didn't have to watch the same exact segment again that I watched for a year and a half now. But and that's another thing to why Dom was good last night, man, because he didn't have the Judgment Day with him. It was Dom out there. He did his thing. He cheated to win in a cool, interesting way, man. And that's what we need more of with heels. And they got it with Dom, and I hope they keep it up. I like the way they ended that match. I like the lack of Judgment Day interference, like you said, and I hope they keep that up, man. I really hope so.
Yes. So there's that LA Knight. He is in the back, lobbying for a world championship shot to Adam Pearce. And in this moment, my soul, my heart, and my spirit was ripped out of me, because I can hear the voices of Kofi
The goats.
Kingston and Xavier Woods walking
That's
up.
part of the show.
And sure enough, there they were. And I was
Dear
like,
God,
oh, here we go.
man. They want a tag title shot, man. That's all they want. You know, they've been
Everybody
demanding it.
in this tag division, all they do is suck ass and lobby for tag team title shots. That is what this
It's
tag
all it
division
is.
does. That is all they
It's
do.
literally all it is. It's nothing except that.
My God. So LA Knight and the New Day start arguing, and LA Knight gets himself a match with Kofi Kingston.
Oh man, God, good God, why? This what you do with LA Knight, Kofi Kingston.
So what I'm seeing here is we are wasting Pentagon on feuding with the New Day, and now we're doing the same thing with LA Knight. How long, and as an honest question, how fucking long until Triple H, he has a lot of things to realize about his booking, but how
Oh,
fucking
wow.
long is it going to take before he realizes the New Day in 2025 is one of the absolute worst things you could possibly put on television? How long? How long is it going to take?
It's gonna take years, I guess, man. They're horrible. They mean nothing to television. They mean nothing to their own characters. And still don't know why he turned them heel, man. At the end of the day, I don't know what their end game was because I don't think they had one. From the way we know Triple H books, they didn't have an end game, which is crazy.
Probably not. What is that, bro? What, honestly, stop. Stop wasting people feuding with the New Day. They add nothing. When I say they add nothing, I mean they add nothing. I genuinely get sad when I see these guys on television. I genuinely feel my soul is being taken out of my body, bro. They are that bad. They are that fucking bad. They are a horrible, horrible act. I mean, how you even let it go on this long? It has been almost a year. We are 9 months into this New Day heel turn. And this group is still horrible. They are
Horrible.
absolutely horrible. Horrible, man. And it's been that way fucking a couple weeks after they turned heel.
Yeah, they started dropping the ball, and then it was just stagnated and been the same nothing for months.
And you have let this go on all year with these guys. This act is atrocious. What does this add? Like, I honestly want you to sit there and ask yourself, what does this add to our television show? Because Monday Night Raw ain't been so hot all year. And Monday Night Raw, for the most part, was pretty good last year.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And now it's the New Day. And they're fucking useless.
Useless ass group, man. And Kofi's getting a match with LA Knight. And their theme song sucks too, for the record.
Oh, it's garbage. It's so bad.
You might as well have had these guys keep the OG New Day gimmick and just act delusional if you were going to have them be heels.
You might as well do like a Bailey thing with them to do something, dude. Something.
Because this shit, and especially this, if you thought it was bad before, this morning, the tag division shit, this is actually some of the worst. I would watch 100% of whatever the fuck goes on Dynamite. I would probably watch 100% of whatever goes on Collision more than I would watch the fucking New Day mourn the tag division. It sucks.
It's so bad, dude. It's so fucking bad.
I would watch 1,000 matches in a row of Hologram versus El Clan before I would fucking watch the New Day at this point. They suck.
They really do suck, dude.
Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes have a pretty cool video package, just reliving all their history and, kind of how their relationship was formed and, by respect and all that type of stuff. They just brought you through the whole story up until this point. It was decent building blocks for what would end up happening later in the night, but I thought it was good.
I thought it was good. I like it. I like their history. I like going over their history. So it was a nice little video package.
There you go. So we have Bally and Lyra Valkyria in the back. Bailey comes up to Lyra and she's very happy. And Lyra is very confused and very annoyed with Bailey speaking to her after what happened last week. She asked Bailey if she is going to, Bailey asked her to, be out there tonight with her. And Lyra says, for what? So you could throw me on my ass again in front of the world? Bailey says, Lyra, I get it. You have the right to be mad. I've just gone through a lot since WrestleMania. Um, she says, I know. Sorry, I lost my spot. She says, I know we were keeping our distance. She says she knows, we were keeping our distance, but I cannot do this without you. Lyra says she doesn't even know what Bayley is. She doesn't know what Bayley is going through, but I can't give you any more chances. You're on your own. Bayley tries to rebut her, and Lyra reiterates again, you're on your own. So that was that. And I thought the segment was about as good as you can get, because obviously Lyra would be an absolute idiot to just be like, yeah, I'll go out there with you again. So I like, even through the whole character switch, Lyra even is started. She's not just feeling bad, for Bayley. She's not just being a dumb baby face. She is, she's going through the emotions that any human would have. Is like, I know you're going through a lot, but like, what are you doing, man? Like, I don't, no, 100%. So I enjoyed it a lot, and I thought the segment was great, man. I think, this is one of this, at least to me, man. I think this is one of the more underappreciated things that we're seeing on Raw at the moment.
I think it is. I really like it. I like how they make Lyra an actual smart and just genuinely intelligent person. You don't get many of them as happy baby faces. You really don't. So it's good to see, man. I like her and Bayley's dynamic. I think it's really good. And I love what Bayley's doing. I love this character dynamic. And like you said, I love Lyra's intelligence with still being wary. That's her friend, and she cares about her. She's concerned about her, but she's not stupid, man. And she, at the end of the day, doesn't trust her right now. And I like what they're doing on television. I think it's really good.
Yes, Monday Night Raw is very much so being carried by Bayley, Lyra, and coincidentally, the Usos. So
literally.
Earlier this year on Monday Night Raw, I was absolutely, I was absolutely annoyed to no end with Jey Uso, especially during that Mania build. And here we are in September. This guy's fucking got one of the best segments on the week, every week. So
look what happens when you're serious. Goddamn.
There you go. There you go. Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley. Michael Cole, if he was on commentary, would have had a field day with this match.
Oh, he would have, man. Rodriguez versus Bayley. Love it. It's good. It's great.
Bayley had a figure four in, and Roxanne would start gouging her eyes out, which would be enough distraction for Raquel Rodriguez to hit a Tejana bomb on Bayley for the victory. The Judgment Day would attack Bayley afterwards, and Lyra would come out for the save. She would come to the ramp, and then she would go to walk away for a second, but then changed her mind, and then ended up going to help Bayley, and she would attack the Judgment Day, and they would get the upper hand, because obviously it was 2-on-1, and, she would start attacking, she would start getting attacked by the Judgment Day, and Bayley in the corner just starts tweaking out. She starts tweaking out. She's grabbing at her hair. She's like pulling her hair out. She gets up and just delivers a running knee right to the head of Rodriguez. And just absolutely take care of business. And she would wipe out the Judgment Day. And as Lyra was sitting there, Bayley turned around looking all angry at Lyra. She walked up to her on some devious stuff. But then she helped Lyra up. And she was still in heel mode, but she was also being nice to her. So
it was hilarious.
She was pushing her, and she's like, come on, you idiot. She's like, you took care of him. Like, yeah. And then she's like celebrating with her, but then she's calling her an idiot. And then she's like pushing her around. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with Bayley, bro? Like, what is going on? Like, again, like, she's being a heel, but she's also being nice to her. And, like, Lyra's even just sitting there, like, okay, like, all right. I say it every week. I'm going to say it again this week. These two are locked into this. Bayley, a lot of people shit on this at first. A lot of people didn't like this. They didn't understand it. I actually love it. I love the
Mhm.
uncertainty of it because, again, the whole point of the character is you're supposed to ask yourself, what the fuck is she doing? And I think she's playing it off great. And I actually really like how they've been presenting Bayley, and I think WWE is making a strong case to get Bayley to resign because as far as we know, her contract is up next year, and I think they are making a good case for themselves, and I think they're making a legit case for Bayley to actually want to think about re-signing here. So I love I love the platform that they've given her, and I love that they've given her the time to express this character and do probably some of the best character work we've ever seen her, doing. I can't say that this tops the OG, hugger in NXT or that 2020 heel Bayley. But it's definitely really good work. It's definitely some of the best work she has done in her career and some of the best character work, some of the hardest that she's ever tapped into a character that I've ever seen. I think it's great. I really do. I think I'm very happy that WWE has turned the whole WrestleMania debacle and in a situation where Bayley genuinely seemed defeated with her position in the company. I'm glad that they've turned that into this storyline and actually gave her the opportunity to express it, because it could have been a situation like Karrion Kross where she, you know, she lobbies her, not lobbies, but the fans want so bad for her or him to get this platform, and WWE just ignores it. I'm glad that they've actually given her the platform.
I am glad. I am glad. I think they turned that WrestleMania situation into a really good story, man. I guess Triple H, for some select few people, still got that shit in him, and he did it with Bayley. Bayley's doing great. I love how dynamic her character is, and I'm very, very, very excited to see where the story unravels into.
Yes. So the Usos are backstage. Jimmy walks up to Jey and he asks him if you're ready, or if he's ready for the WrestlePalooza rematch. Jey, looking very serious, wearing a Yeet bucket hat, says, he says he's ready. He says he's ready. Jimmy says, I gotta ask you something though. Last week, me and LA needed help, and you walked off. I don't get it. Jey says, did you really ask me that? He says, helping LA gets us nowhere. He's the reason we lost at WrestlePalooza. And let me ask you something. Why do you help him? Jimmy says, I help everybody. I help Jey. He says, you need help? I'm there. I help LA. Jey interrupts him and he yells, I said no help. He screams that in his face. He says, I did what I had to do. I bodied LA Knight and that got the W. And that's it. Mission accomplished. He says, maybe if I did more of that, I would be world heavyweight champion right now, but that's something you don't get. Jimmy obviously feels slighted by that comment. Jey didn't give a shit, but then there's a split second where you do see a sort of like, ooh, look on
Like he,
Jay's face. Like, at
Mhm.
first, you could feel the confidence, like when he said that. Like he definitely said that. He definitely said that with his chest. But then he sort of kind of was like, oh. And then he just went in for the dap, and he's like, so let's just go take care of these Brawnies tonight, okay? He then tells his brother Jimmy, he says, I love you. And he daps him up. Very Roman-esque, I will say. And these Uso backstage segments are man, these are some of the best. These are some of the best segments about the whole entire show, man. I love seeing Jey tap into that Roman Reigns mentality, man. I really love to see it. It's a very cool thing to see. Um, and up until tonight, I have just been wondering what is the dynamic going to be like when Roman comes back. Now, obviously, he ended up coming back tonight, but before this, obviously, I didn't know. So I was just thinking, like, man, it's gonna be very interesting to see how exactly this whole thing gets played off, man. But I for the most part, man, I love what they've been doing, and I love to see Jey Uso just further tapping into this very tribal chief mentality to the point where he asked for his brother to come back home for so long, and now he finally comes back, and this is how he treats him. That's a pretty cool story to tell, if I do say so myself.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I like that. I like it a lot. I love the dynamic with each other. Obviously, they're brothers, man, but even on TV, they really make it look like that's what brothers look like when they're fighting. They're gonna say something, they're gonna regret it right after, and they
Yeah,
play that up very, very fucking well. And I genuinely think that they play it up so good, and I'm very, very excited for the story to continue. I really like what they've been doing. I like, the dynamic that's reintroduced at the end of the show, man. And I love the direction of the story. I think it's genuinely amazing.
for sure, man. EO is in the back, sitting on a production crate, trying to wipe the mist out of her eyes, and Kairi Sane comes up to her and tries, lobbying for her to go apologize to Asuka, and so they can all be family again. And Io tells Kairi to get away from her and leave her alone. So that was that. That was
Very, very, she's losing her friends, man. Very, I
Yeah,
overall like it.
yeah,
I don't love the Kari stuff, but
yes,
it's there.
yeah. No, like that's what I was gonna say too. Like I like it, I like it from EO's side how she's just slowly coming to the realization, like, yeah, you're not family anymore. But the stuff from Kyrie is just like I wish they would commit with that. Like I wish when they turned, that was the turn for Kyrie. I don't know how much I'm a fan of like Kyrie saying,
Feel regretful.
yeah, it's just I wish it was I wish it was to the point where again they just committed with Kyrie, and instead of having her trot around and act like trying to play peacekeeper still. I just don't like it. Then before she leaves, she gives EO a picture of the three of them, man. So that was that. But I mean the segment for sure was good, man. I wish they would commit with Kyrie, to be honest.
I really wish they would.
LA Knight defeated Kofi Kingston with a BFT. Next. Um we
Literally.
had fucking awful, dude. Fucking awful.
At
We did
least
not
he
talk
won.
about we did not talk about OTC1 yet.
We'll be getting there. Don't worry.
Or
Talk
as
about the
Joe
goat
Test
soon.
said, TC1.
TC1. Okay. Thanks, Joe.
Becky Lynch is in the back, arguing with Maxine because Tozawa was telling her that he was proud of her. And Becky Lynch came up and was asking, proud of her because of what? She doesn't do anything.
You're not
Becky
wrong.
says, oh, dude, Maxine said something to Becky like, I know you say that you're the greatest of all time, and Becky Lynch cut her off. Becky Lynch cut her off and said,
That's just me.
it's not just me saying it. It's Sports Illustrated, it's Bleacher Report. Everyone says it.
Love
Kills
it,
me with
dude.
it every
I
time,
fucking
bro.
love it. It gets better and better with every time because
It's,
that's the joke, and it just gets better.
dude, it really does, bro. It really does. But so we got Tozawa says to Becky Lynch, he says, well, I don't know if that's entirely true, especially if you ask AJ Lee. Becky obviously gets very annoyed by that, and she punches Tozawa in the face, starts fake laughing at him. Maxine starts yelling at Becky. Becky walks away. She then comes back into frame and starts beating up Maxine. And then she walks up to Seth, and she asks him if he's okay. She says, "Do you want me out there?" He says, "No." She says, "Do you want me to get Paul out there?" He says, "No, I gotta do this on my own." Seth Rollins walks
Bro,
out
thank
to
you.
the ring. What's up? He really was.
He's thinking.
Yeah, he definitely did. He looked like you, but yeah, he was for
Shit.
sure sitting there thinking, bro. But so Seth walks out there. Seth walks out there, and he says that Cody has 3 wins, and he has 3 losses. He says Cody thinks that bothers me, but it doesn't, because it doesn't matter. He says those matches were in the past. Those versions of me are in the past. Those men were trying to reach the top of the mountain. He says what matters now is Crown Jewel. He says now both of us are at the top of the mountain. The world champion, the world heavyweight champion will go one-on-one, and the winner doesn't just win the Crown Jewel Championship. The winner may decide the next 10 years of this industry. Here we go. He says
Alright.
the thing that he doesn't understand is the people who want Cody to win. He says the people that want Cody to win have lost their mind if they think Cody Rhodes should lead the next 10 years of the industry. Seth, you're not leading the next 10 years of the industry,
You're
bro.
not.
You're at the end of your,
You,
not the end of your career, but like you're up there. You're not
you,
you're not 21
you're
years old. What are you talking about? Um,
like literally, dude, literally, and like you're the next 10 years is just your group. You're just hyping up your faction. That's all this is. It's the whatever, man.
bro's acting like he's
I'm so
Triple
sick
H.
of it.
Bro's acting like he's booking Raw every
Yeah,
week.
he's
But
acting like he's the authority or something.
still dead
I
ass.
don't. That's another thing I don't like about the vision, dude. It's like the whole, Seth Rollins talking about, this the next 10 years and what, and bro acts like he's booking the show. I don't get it, dude.
So
I don't know.
that was why I actually really enjoyed Cody's part of the promo this week, because I think he kind of
Cause
called some of that out.
yeah, he said that shit was stupid.
Pretty
Like a
much. So so he says Seth says he is the one to do that, and he says he was in the company when times got tough. He brought the company to its golden age. No, he didn't. It was your other Shield buddy, but I digress. He
Yeah,
says
it was actually it was wrong. But okay.
he says he brought the bronze under his wing, and he has given them the knowledge to secure their place at the top of this industry. Really? He
How
says
Triple H said.
yeah. He says he sacrificed everything. He tried to get rid of cancers like Roman and Punk, but you guys chant for Cody. Cody then comes out
What's the
there.
funniest part about
Please enlighten
the
me. What is
funniest
the
part
funniest
about
part?
that for me? The whole time Seth was out there, they were chanting Punk, they were chanting OTC. I don't
Yes.
remember them chanting Cody. I really don't remember them
Unt-
chanting
uh,
Cody.
until
Respectfully.
until
Until he
he
said it.
said yes, until he said you guys chant for Cody, which is an open. You're at that in wrestling
You know I'm pretty
language.
sure.
You're telling the crowd to chant for Cody. It's like
Yeah.
they do it. They do it all the time for Punk. It's like you guys chant his name, and then they stop and pause. And then the crowd starts chanting CM Punk. And it's like you're basically telling the audience to chant for said name.
Literally.
So Cody comes out. He does his woe to no pyro, and Cody kind of looks around his damn self like, where's my pyro? So, oh, dude, killed me, bro. Absolutely killed me. So, Cody says that this is a bit messy and this is a bit dramatic. He asks Seth, what are we talking about? The future of the industry. He says that's a bit much. You say you have control? You have no control. Neither do I. You know who has control? He then looks out to the audience. He says, they are something we cannot control. Yeah, no, seriously. That guy has control and fucking, I don't know what the fuck he's doing with it. So,
literally.
He says the Bronze showed up on SmackDown, and I believe that Heyman sent them. So when it comes to your own group, are you even in control of that? Damn. Seth says everything goes through me. I sent the Bronze to SmackDown. He says, get it through your brain, Cody. So Cody then says, well, if everything goes through you, did you allow Mr. Heyman to introduce Brock Lesnar? Seth says again, everything goes through me. Cody then says, I guess he was on his Dax Harwood flow here. Cody says, I'd like to think in 20 years, where are we going to be?
20 years.
20 years.
You're gonna be like Sting's age. Damn near, bro. What are you talking
about? 20 years, bro. He's thinking like, 20 years down the line, man.
Like, at least the Seth Rollins 10 years is all right. You could imagine 20 years. Holy shit. You're not. Bro's acting like he's 25.
No, legit. He says, in 20 years, I'd like to imagine we'll be sitting in the back in those chairs, talking to the future, reminiscing about our old matches. Cody says, after WrestleMania 40, I thought you were my friend. I thought you were my friend. You're my fucking friend, man.
You're my friend, man.
Yeah, a bit, again, much? A bit calling Seth out on, I think, the blatantly obvious. Again, you say he talks about the future and stuff. Again, like you said, bro is out here acting like he's the authority. I don't know exactly about that. And I actually like some of Cody's points. I like how he brought that up. And I also like how he kind of brought up the whole thing about Heyman and Brock Lesnar. I think Seth dodged it, but I like how he brought that up because kind of a wild thing to do. He's your oracle, yet you are, letting him announce Brock Lesnar. And I would have liked if Seth, maybe reiterated that he was a visionary, because I think that would have came into play for Survivor Series. Because again, I can believe that Seth Rollins let Paul Heyman announce Brock Lesnar because maybe he can sniff out that he might need some help for War Games because there's only 3 of them. I can see that, which is why I would have maybe liked a line about Seth being a visionary. He does it all the time, but this is the one time you could have fucking actually thrown that out there and it would have actually made sense because, again, he's trying to play it off that he is smart and obviously he can see things from a mile away. That's a completely different story because Brock doesn't necessarily, of all people, represent the future of anything. No. So I don't know, that in itself is a logic gap, but I could see where Seth would want to have a guy like Brock Lesnar, on his side rather than standing across from him. So I would have liked something like that. Again, the one time where Seth Rollins could have told the world for the 28th time for the night that he's a visionary, he didn't do it. But I do like some of the points that Cody brought up nonetheless.
Most definitely.
Seth says, Seth tells Cody, I was never your friend. It was means to an end. You were the lesser of 2 evils. He says, We were never gonna be friends. I'm never gonna raise your hand. I'm never gonna shake your hand. He says, at Crown Jewel, I cleanse the timeline. Everything that has happened between us is dead. I write a new history, and there is only one person to lead that vision, and that is Seth freaking Rollins. I don't know if this story is more about the Crown Jewel Championships or who's going to take Triple H's spot when he's done.
Is that what you win with the Carnival Championship? Are you gonna be the next chief content officer? Does that write it in your contract or something? Because I guess that's what this match is for, to be the next chief content officer. They might as well just make that the fucking match. But I guess whoever wins this will dictate the next 20 fucking years in the business. Don't know how, don't know why. I'm sure they're probably going to say the same thing next year for whoever's in the Crown Jewel match. But, yeah, I like Cody. I like Seth. I really like what Cody was talking about here. I like how he kind of shut all that shit down, but then went on to just basically say the same thing. But whatever, man. But I like the dynamic between them. I like their history. I think that's probably the best part of this is them talking about their history and the differences from then and now. It was a decent segment. 'Cause Seth's side was a little fucking just big question mark, but but overall, I like the history part of them too and their interactions.
For sure, I think they have a deep history, and I think they have a history that is interesting and on expanding upon. So it's sort of the same thing with Gunther last year for me. It's kind of to a point where I obviously want to see the match. I want to see Cody versus Gunther, similar to how, Cody and Seth, there is an interesting story. You can tell there. I just wish it had time to be its own story rather than we have to fight for a 24 karat gold ring. That's the killer for me. That's to me what can be a bit annoying about the whole thing. So, yeah.
It really can be.
Because it even like with Cody and Gunther, that's a big marquee match that you essentially just wasted for Saudi Arabia, and you just basically sold yourself very short on the story that you could have told for that kind of match. So, yeah. Io is in the back. She says Rhea goes up to her and asks her if she's okay. She says she wants the Kabuki Warriors, and she talked to Pierce, and she got the match. It's going to be me and you, Io and Rhea, versus the Kabuki Warriors at Crown Jewel. Rhea says, are you sure you're up for that? Io says yes, and then she says, because earlier I seen you talking to Kairi, and I just need to know that I can trust you. Io says Kairi is lost, and I cannot go back to get her. Rhea says, okay, I'm up for it. So at Crown Jewel, it's going to be the Kabuki Warriors versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley in Australia. That's going to be dope, man. That's going to be dope. I'm excited to see that. And yeah, I like the sound of that. I think it's gonna be good, and the story they've told, minus Kairi Sane kind of killing the vibe at certain points, has been very good.
Yes, dude. It has. Overall, I like the story they've been telling. I think it's good. I like the Io and Rhea dynamic. I like the dynamic they have with Asuka. Kari, she's kind of just there overall, but I like overall everything going on, and I'm excited for their match at Crown Jewel, man.
Yes. Dragon Lee and AJ Styles are out in the ring, and they actually give these two Brodito, they give them some mic time. Again, why they're homies, I have no idea, but they're just boys, bro. They are just boys.
Wrestling.
No ifs, ands, or
they
buts.
love their fucking white dude from America and their Mexican homie. We don't know why that's such a common fucking tag team, but we got it, dog.
There you go. Dragon Lee says it's an honor to team with AJ Styles. He says, me and you together are fire. and we are unstoppable. Really. So
Really?
he says last week I became the #1 contender for the AAA Mega title. He
And
tells
you lost me.
Dom he's coming for him. Man, I'm lost. I'm lost right with you. And AJ then grabs the mic. He tells Dragon Lee he hopes he beats up Dominic Mysterio. He says, I got myself a match at Crown Jewel as well. And it's thanks to all of you. Is it? Is it thanks to all of us? I thought it was the plan.
Thought it was the plan the whole time, man. But he's out there thanking the fans, and he's over there on an interview talking about the match shocked him when
Oh
he
yeah.
saw it announced, man, because he didn't
So
expect it. But
AJ
I thought it was
Styles.
the plan the whole time.
Yeah, well, it definitely was, man. You know how I know this was the plan? Because I know this was the plan all along, because this is what AJ Styles had to say about it. He did an interview with Abima, and he said his upcoming final match against John Cena came out of nowhere, and he didn't think it would happen, but assures it's going to be incredible. He says, I'm certainly happy for the opportunity to wrestle John Cena on his retirement tour. I did not think it was going to happen. It honestly came out of nowhere, but I accept it. I want me and John. I want it, and me and John are going to have one last match, and it's going to be incredible. But I thought it was always the plan.
Yeah, I thought Triple H was telling Meltzer that it was always the plan, man. So gotta love it, dude. Gotta love the old Triple H lie and act like everything's in control. Gotta love it. What is that, number 3 this year? 4?
Yeah.
I think 3.
Yep. Yep.
Good lord, it's a pattern.
Well, AJ says he's got himself a match at Crown Jewel thanks to the fans. And he thanks them for allowing him to do something he loves to do. And that is beat up John Cena.
Hell yeah, dude.
That made me
You
smile,
got the
bro.
fucking line. Yeah, that was a dope ass callback, dude. I love that.
He gets to beat up John Cena for one last time. And we are going to be rocking and rolling at 7 in the morning or 9 in the morning, whenever that match takes place. We are going to be rocking and rolling.
Better than it.
It better be the main event. I know it's not going to be the main event, but it better be the fucking
No.
main event. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I can't express how happy I am to be able to see, in my opinion, the guy that's number 2 on John Cena's list as to who he has the best matches with. I would say CM Punk is 1, and I would put AJ Styles at a number 2 personally. I know a lot of people would maybe want to throw Edge or Orton in there, but for me, the AJ matches are absolutely untouchable. Their chemistry is second to none. So
Truly, man, second to none. So pumped for their match, dude. And thanks, to the fans, even though it was a plan the whole time. But
yeah,
according to AJ himself, thanks to the fans, it's finally happening.
exactly. Exactly. Something tells me somebody might have been a little annoyed with AJ Styles for saying that, so they because it
Oh, I'm
ruins
sure.
their image of the plan.
The plan. He
So
really is fighting. Seth Rollins really is Triple H, I guess. The
seriously,
plan. He's always in control.
so he says tonight we get to beat Los Americanos' ass. Americanos. I love AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the southern drawl of AJ Styles.
Those Americanos. Fucking love it, dude.
So, so, Los Americanos come out and they have names.
Fortunately.
Tyler Bate, who is the one dressed in blue, his name is Bravo. Oh, God. And Pete Dunne is the one dressed in red. His name is Ryo. Ryo and Bravo. Trips, you are tripping.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Honest to God, what has this snowballed into? I'll say it again. I say it all the time. This was actually fun with Chad Gable.
Yeah.
This is annoying now. Congratulations.
It's so fucking annoying. It's oversaturated. They took a good little fun thing, over fucking done it like they always do, and now you have a group of these morons, and you put fucking Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne in goofy ass masks and calls them Bravo and Rao. Good lord.
Bravo and Ryo. What the
They look
fuck,
stupid
man?
as hell too.
Oh, they look ridiculous, man. They got like those they got like these like the shoulder capes on, but they like wrap around their whole entire shoulder. It is bad, man. It is fucking bad. I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. Bravo and Ryo.
Good
What the
lord.
fuck, man? What is
What
that?
is
Dragon Lee hit a suicide dive on Ryo, and AJ Styles hit a Styles Clash to Bravo for the win. Horrible. Horrible.
horrible?
So,
Horrible. Ass.
that was that. Get it off the TV. CM Punk is announced for next week on Monday
Okay.
Night Raw. He is returning. I'm assuming they're going to want him for Crown Jewel. Maybe he'll have something to do with the Seth Rollins stuff. He's probably going to cost Seth Rollins his match at Crown Jewel, knowing this whole story.
Yeah.
That whole main
You know
event's
how
probably going
Cody,
to be filled with shenanigans.
I was gonna say, you know how Cody keeps asking like Seth, like, is it just gonna be me and you one on one, or the Braun's gonna appear? I'm sure
Yes.
Randy and Punk will be Cody's backup for the Vision at the pay per view. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. You can't count out the Usos and Roman Reigns and everybody else as well. It's going to
Only
be a bunch of
night and
fuckery.
fucking,
Yep.
it's just
Yep.
gonna be
Yeah.
pure fuckery.
Yes. Exactly what they did for Cena and Punk when they had Division
Yep.
come out there, or Braun Breaker come out there. I don't think Bronson was in the group at the time, but when Braun came out there, and then out comes LA Knight and Penta, and yeah, let's just run an interference during John Cena and CM Punk's last time in the ring together. That's just a fucking wonderful decision. And then you know, let's do that last match in front of Saudi Arabia. That's just a fucking perfect place for that to happen, you fucking moron. But anyways, CM Punk's going to be back next week. Again, I'm sure. I don't really think there's time to put him in a match at Crown Jewel unless they shoehorn him into something, but he will be back next week, and I'm sure something Vision will be entertained about that whole situation. So, also, I don't know if you guys seen it, but it has been announced today. We were obviously just talking about AJ Styles. AJ Styles' opponent, AJ Styles' opponent at Crown Jewel is John Cena. And as you can see, Triple H sent out the tweet this morning. He says the last time really is now. John Cena's final match is set for Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. on December 13th. Get your tickets October 17th, which is in about 2.5, 3 weeks here. Because after this, you can't see him, as this is the poster that you see on your screen. It says GOAT, GOAT, the last real champion, one last time. That poster is fucking dope.
Insane.
That is
so
actually dope. It's a Saturday night's main event logo that is gold, and obviously you can see at the bottom there it says John Cena's final match. Guys, I tell you all the time, I'm gonna tell you again, we are not ready for this.
Cheers.
Yes, we are not ready for December 13th. This is it. This is it, bro. And this is the poster. The poster is dope. The last real champion, man. I am say a prayer for your boy on that day. I'm gonna say it again. Say a prayer for your guy on that day, because we are gonna be on here, and that is going to probably be one of the saddest reviews that we have ever done, because the last time is December 13th, bro, and man, I can't believe the details are finally here, man. It was crazy to see. It was crazy to see, man. But this is it. We're down to 5 more appearances left, bro. Damn.
Literally crazy. 5 more. They fully announced that the last time, and it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be great, but it's gonna be beautiful and sad at the same time, man. I'm excited, nervous.
Yeah, it is no, for sure, for sure, for sure. It is crazy. Very crazy that, we didn't get a pay-per-view named after the guy, but okay.
You know.
I digress. Also, obviously, we know that this is not taking place in his hometown, which is also crazy work. But nothing like a bidding war over a man's final match. It's wonderful. But the last time is now, and again, guys, we are not ready. We are not ready, man.
No, not ready at all.
Damn. So.
Damn. Sad.
Crazy, dude. Stephanie Vacker is in the back, and Jackie asks Stephanie where her confidence is at for Crown Jewel. She says she's ready for anyone. She respects Tiffany and is excited to face her, but she will learn why nobody can stop me. Tiffany walks up, and she tells Stephanie that she respects her. She says she's been champ for 268 days, and you are not changing that story. You are also not changing that it is Tiffy time. Stephanie says, at Crown Jewel, you will realize that your time is over. Nice little backstage segment, I guess, there from these two women. I wish they would have maybe got a little in-ring promo or something, but, I digress. I don't know why they couldn't have said that in the ring, but, okay. All right.
Literally.
I guess it is what it is.
That's all you build. It's all the interaction they get in the show is a little backstage segment, new women's champion, and we just get a simple backstage interaction for the 2 women's world champions. Could have been so much cooler. Hope they do more next week. I really hope so.
Yep. Kofi Kingston had a match on the show, but you couldn't have put Stephanie Vacker and Tiffany Stratton in the ring. Wonderful. Really shows where your priorities are.
It's in the New Day.
The main event. Yeah. The main event. The Usos versus the Bron Brons. The WrestlePalooza rematch. The Usos come out fully to their theme song. And bro, may I say, this was a vibe. This was a vibe.
It really was.
I was really vibing with this entrance. Oh, it's so fucking good. It really makes you realize how much you miss it, man. It really makes you realize how much you miss the theme song. Again, Jay's song is cool, man, but the Uso song is just nothing will come close to that. So their entrance, like I said, was nothing but a vibe, and then the Vision. The Seth Riders are in gorilla position before the match, and Paul Heyman walks up to Seth and he says, are you okay? Seth says, I have to win. Heyman says, well, of course you're going to win. You're the Visionary. You're the World Heavyweight Champion. And Seth cuts him off. He says, no, Paul, I have to beat him. I have to. So the Bron Brons could really give a fuck. They just kept juicing themselves up in the background. They were just getting hype as fuck. And then they walked out there. For their match as business as usual. Braun Breaker took out both of the Usos with spears. He double stacked them for a tsunami. Bronson Reed went on the corner of the ring to the point where I'm thinking to myself,
He can't
bro is
make
not
that.
hitting that. I'm like, bro is not making that jump. Because, dude, the Uso, he was like 3/4 away from the ring from the Usos. And he goes to the complete opposite corner. And I'm like, did bro get some lessons from Javon Evans? Like, what are we doing here? Like, there is no way he is making that jump. There is just no fucking way. And then we get the music for Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns is back again. He returns again. This is the third time this year that Roman Reigns has come back. And I'm sure there'll probably be one more.
I'm
So
sure.
Roman comes out with a chair. He takes out Bronson Reed. He then hits Braun Breaker with a spear. Or with a chair. He throws him in the ring, and Braun gets a super kick from Jim and a spear from Jey, and a double Us splash for the victory for the Usos. So the Usos win this match here. They pin Braun Breaker, which I was very surprised with. I thought for sure Bronson Reed was going to be the one eating the pin. And Roman continues to hit Braun after the match. Braun slides out of the ring. And Jey is fixated on Roman Reigns. So once Roman Reigns puts his attention on Jey, Jimmy's in the background kind of just feeling odd about the whole thing. He's kind of feeling odd about the whole thing. And he is, you could just see this look of disgust on the face of his, on the face of Jimmy. He just kind of looked disgusted, like these two were just in their own world and he was just watching it. He daps Jey up and he tells him, "This is your shit. Fuck all of them. This is the only thing that ever mattered. Go get that championship." And Jey the whole time keeps reiterating, "I'm gonna smash them all." Again, this dynamic is going to be very good, especially the way Jimmy reacted to it. I could tell this dynamic
Yeah.
between these two is very, very good. But man, Jey Uso, he looked so happy to see Roman Reigns. I mean, that was like that was like, you know, that was like when you show up to school and your boy misses school for like 3 days in a row, and then that fucking Thursday he comes back and you're just stoked. You're like, dude, fuck yeah,
That's
like
cool.
my guy is back. But no, it's like, yeah, it's like that's kind of the vibe it gave. He was just stoked to see Roman Reigns, and Roman was more than happy to embrace him, and Jimmy was definitely giving a very strange look, almost like I said, almost like he was like, oh god, like it was just one of those looks, you know. And I think this dynamic is going to be great with Roman Reigns coming back. I think there's a lot of story you can tell with Roman and Jey going into their whole story and everything that they want to tell and whatnot. But I think it's going to be nothing but cool for the Jey Uso character to do, because I honestly think we're going to get to a point Roman hypes Jey up so much, but I feel like at some point he's going to end up regretting it. I feel like at some point he's going to end up regretting or almost creating a monster that, you know, Jey, you know, I guess was inspired by Roman Reigns himself. And I think we're going to get to a point where Roman obviously ends up coming to regret that, and coming to regret that everything he has made Jey turn into by his teachings. So I like it a lot, and obviously the dynamic of Jimmy has been nothing but cool, and I think obviously Roman Reigns is one of, if not the best in the business when it comes to this storytelling stuff, so he's going to do nothing but add to what already is a great story.
It is. It is really great. I like their dynamic. I like the sense of pride that Roman has, in teaching Jey and trying to be this mentor to Jey in this way. And like you said, I think he's going to end up not even knowing it right now. He's going to end up making a monster. He's going to regret what he creates because, he's proud of Jey right now. He's egging him on to be more serious, will and able to do the things he has to do. But it's gonna get to Jay's head. Jay's gonna take it in a whole more extreme direction than I think Roman expects, and I'm very excited, dude. I love their dynamic. I love the Jimmy dynamic. He, like you said, he had that look on his face of just he just knew. He knew that he knew in that moment it was going to get so much worse with that Jay mentality, and you could tell it in his face. And I love it. I love what they're building. Roman's creating a monster that he doesn't even think he's creating, and I can't wait for that to hit him too, man. Very excited.
100%, man, 100%. But yeah, um, what can I say, man? That was Monday Night Raw. Overall, again, not really much to run home about, but at the same time, it also wasn't the worst episode that they've ever put on. So it is what it
No,
is. It was, again, there was some great takeaways from Monday Night Raw, but as usual, a nice 40% of your show, even 45, 50 sometimes percent of your show is nothing but fluff and shit that you either don't care about or just don't want to see in general. So, it is what it is. But yeah, again, I would like I would like a little bit more matches announced for Crown Jewel. Up until, well, I mean, if they do a 6-match card, I guess there's a whole 2 other matches you would have to announce because they have 4 up until this point announced. So I would just like them to finish out the card, being that we are 2 weeks away from the show.
I
But
would.
it's also Crown Jewel. This is WWE's version of Forbidden Door, pretty much. So there's also a
I just do
level of
shit.
non-excitement by default going into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. But yeah, man, that is everything for Unscripted. That is everything for Unscripted, man. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another edition of Unscripted. And yeah, man, that is going to do it. And as always, it has been nothing but a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for episode 267 of Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today on this edition, man. Thank you guys for everybody who joined in the live chat. My guys, Gotti and Logan, thank you guys as always. And my guys are part of the Replay Mafia, JT and JB. Thank you guys as always for this edition. Hey, no, man, nah. That's all you, bro. That's all you.
It's you,
That's
bro.
all you. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you guys so very much. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thank you guys as always for joining us, man. And we will see you all on Friday with the news.
Peace.
Sensation